First, let me start by saying Happy New Year to everyone. I hope that 2025 will be a healthy and happy and prosperous year for all of you who are watching. I certainly hope that it will be for my family as well. And I am here today to set up my 2025 planner with you. So let's get started. Well, hi everyone. I'm Crystal from A Crystal Clear Life, where we focus on planning, organizing, and living a more simplified life. And today, I am going back to my favorite tool that I use all the time. That is OneNote. And I am going to set up my 2025 life planner in OneNote, and I'm going to take you along on the journey. Now, last year in 2024, I did short, very detailed videos about the entire process of setting up my planner. I will have those linked in the description box below so that if I do something very quickly today and you say, wait, what did she do? You can go and check those particular videos. But today I want to kind of take you through what my normal pace would be of me setting up a new notebook and getting my planner ready, at least for the beginning of the year and that kind of thing. You know, there's always things to add to your planner, but today I want to get it functional and I want the basics in place. If any of that sounds interesting to you, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. A like really is the best compliment that you can leave me. Please hit that subscribe button if you have not already. I know that many of you watch my videos and are not subscribers. YouTube would really like to be able to count you among the subscribers that I have. That would help share information with other people. All right. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. All right, well, as you can see here on my screen, December is winding down. This is the final week of December and New Year's is right around the corner. So I wanted to share with you a little bit about the planning process that I did. So I'm going to slide this screen over here a little bit. And I did a whole video on the planning and going back through my planner and figuring out what worked and what didn't work. And so you see here on my screen, I have the sections that I want, and I have the pages that I want to bring forward from my old notebook. So I'm migrating things from the old notebook to the new notebook. And I just wanted to show you this, that it will be on the side, kind of as my notes to refer to. If I did all of that planning, I have to be able to, keep track of that. So I'm going to move it over here. Let's see, I'm going to hit this little arrow key to get rid of the pages. Move it over a little bit more so I have more working room, and then I can still move over and look at my sections that I need to do, on my new notebook. Okay, so that's going to be there kind of on the side. If you don't know how to do that, let me show you. You can go down here to OneNote on your taskbar and right click and see right here at the bottom where it says OneNote. If I click that, it will open now a third window. I had only one window open, then I opened two. So if I click this one, I'll get a third window, which I don't really need at this point, but I just want to show you how to do that quickly. Okay. All right. So back to my notebook. This is my 2024 life planner. I went back through this entire notebook and made notes on the things that worked for me and the things that didn't. And we are going to be setting up our 2025 notebook based on those notes. So let's get started. All right, I'm going to go over here to the list of where all of my notebooks are, and you can see down this long, long list, I have lots and lots and lots of notebooks. Again, I did a video about what all of these notebooks are and which ones I use and how I use them and that kind of thing. What we want to do today is we want to add a notebook. So I'm going up here to this plus sign, and I'm going to click Add a Notebook, and it is going to say that it's a new notebook, and it's going to ask me where I want to store it. I want it on OneDrive on my personal account so that I can sync it from my desktop to my iPad to my Android phone and have all of that information available to me. Okay. You can also store it just on your computer if you want, but then you cannot sync it from one place to another. This cloud service is what allows me to do all of the syncing. So that's where I want to leave that. Okay. And then the next thing it's going to say is, what is the notebook name? And I am going to say 2025 Crystal's Life Planner. Okay. And then I simply click create notebook and it will do the work for me. Okay. Now it says my notebook has been created. Do I want to share it with other people? I can invite people here by clicking this invite button, and then you put their email address in, and then they are able to access your notebook. For today's purposes, I'm going to say not now, but once I do get this set up, I will be sharing it with my husband and with my daughter. And so for today, I'm going to say not now. And so here you see 2025 Crystal's Life Planner. It's that easy. My new notebook is all set up. I already have one section that is called new section number 1. Okay, I am going to keep this notebook in my list of planners. You see that it's all the way down here on the bottom. One of the first things that I want to do is I'm going to grab that notebook and I'm going to move it. You can see the little black line there, moving it all the way up to the top so that it is quick and easy for me to access. Okay, so now there it is above my 2024, 23, and then I have 22 and 21 and 20 down here at the bottom. Okay, so this will be my 6th year of doing digital planning, creating my own planners in OneNote, and I just love it, love it, love it, love it. All right. Okay, section number 1. The first section, if I look over here back at my notes on the left-hand side over here, the first thing that I want is a year-long section. So I'm going to go up here to this section. I'm going to right-click and I'm going to rename it. It is not going to be called new section number 1. I am going to call this year-long, and I'm going to then look at my year-long list, and I want to bring my 2025 year-long calendar over, my birthday calendar, my time blocks, my master garden list, and my meal list. Okay. Now I'm going to migrate those from 2024 forward. Okay. So let me jump back to my 2024 notebook. And in my 2024 notebook, in my year-long section, you can see that I already have downloaded a 2025 calendar right here with all of the dates and stuff. This calendar is from Calendarpedia. I do have a video on how I downloaded this calendar and how I brought it into OneNote. I will leave that linked below. You also see over here that I have some notes that I wrote about things that I want to remember to do in 2025. Okay, so I am going to grab this page. All right, and I also want my perpetual birthday calendar. So I'm going to hit the control key and select that one as well. My master garden year, I'm going to do my yearly home maintenance list. I might as well take my master inbox list and my time blocks. I want that one. Okay. And my daily time blocks. Okay. And that looks like what I need from this notebook. And then I'm going to right click and I'm going to go down to copy or move. Okay. And I'm going to click copy or move. And that, let me grab it for you. When you have a couple of monitors going, sometimes things show up on other monitor screens. It's going to bring up this little box and it's going to ask me where I want to take those. And I'm going to say I want to go into 2025 there. And the only place that I have so far is my year-long section. So I want to make a copy of those. I don't want to take them out of 2024. I want to make a copy of them for 2025. So I'm going to click copy. And then when I go back to my 2025 planner, you can see here in my year-long section, I have all of those things. So I have the 2025 calendar that I had right there. I have my daily time blocks that I I have listed here in pink on my planning sheet because this is something that I'm going to have to tweak a little bit this year. So that'll be an upcoming video. But I currently have it in place to keep, to keep things started. And as a reminder that I want to update that, I have my perpetual birthday and anniversary calendar. I have my master garden list here that I use every single month. I have my yearly home maintenance list that I use every single month. Now, because I copied it from 2024 and brought it forward, you see that I need to go in here and clean these things up, right? That's very easy. All I have to do is go up here for these check marks that I've done, take my eraser and erase those items, okay? And that is a simple way to get this cleaned up. Okay. All right. And erasing all of these things. The 11th date there reminded me that I also want to set up a when did I list, and I will get to that. That will probably be another video for you guys. But there we go. As simple as that. I have my whole home maintenance checklist for the year set up and ready to go. Okay. All right. Again, there's a video for this one. I'll leave all of that linked down below. All right. My master inbox list is there and ready to go as well. Those are all of my customized tags that I use. And my daily time blocks, I did that one. Actually, I have 2 of those. So I'll have to take a look and see which one I want to keep. Okay. This one looks like I made it in 2020. And this one looks like I made it in 2024. So maybe this is the one that I want to keep. That's one of the great things about these dates that are listed up here, these creation dates, because then you know what is the latest iteration of the pages that you may have been working on. Okay. All right. Let's see. So that really kind of takes care of my year-long block here. I can do a little bit of arranging. Here, I can take this calendar and I want to move that page up to the very, very top because this is my long-term planning calendar. So you see New Year's Day is right here, and I go ahead and add any other events that come up. I put in Easter and, different travel days that we might have and that kind of thing. And I want to keep all of that front of mind. Okay. So I like to have it at the top. I also want to go through and take all my little notes here and add those into, the proper month and that kind of thing. Okay. All right. So let's move on. This untitled page is whenever they create a new section for you in OneNote, they give you a blank page to get you started. Okay. If you don't need that page, you simply can delete it. So I am simply right clicking on it and I'm clicking on the word delete. And now that page is gone. Okay. The next thing that I had over here, if I'm going back and looking at my planning page, the next thing that I had over here was my goals section. And from my goals section, I wanted to bring my life compass, my goals, my quarterly breakdown, and my monthly forward. So let's go ahead and add a new section so I can show you how to do that. So I'm going to go up here at the very, very top next to my year long, and there's a little tab there with a plus sign on it. I'm going to click on that, and it's going to say new section number 1, and I am going to change that to goals. Okay. When it is highlighted, you can change it. Okay. I also, if I want to, can change the color right here. That's section color. And so let's say I want to keep that blue. Maybe I want these kind of long-term things blue. By the way, I'm going to be using a blue notebook this year. So I think these colors of blues and grays might look nice. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave goals, but now same thing. I need to migrate some of those things from last year forward. So let's go back to 2024. And this time, instead of year long, I am going to look at my goals section. Okay. And you see here, I have a page of some inspirational quotes that I have collected. But let's go back up here and look at our Makse Life Compass. Again, I love this Makse Life Compass. I love the questions that they ask you. And you can see this is the one that I did in the beginning of 2024. So I'm going to go in and clean that up when I get, when I get to that point. I just paused for a moment because I saw this quote here and I just thought it was great. It says, "At this moment, I am younger than I will ever be, and the oldest that I have ever been. So look through this lens, take risks, do more, be with more people." And I'll say, people that you love. Okay? All right. I think that's really cool because it's true if you think about it. And that's something that I wrote on there last year when I was thinking about my goals. And it's really true. If you look through that lens, you are the oldest that you have ever been, and you are the youngest that you ever will be. So if you have something that you want to do in your life, go and do it. All right. All right, enough of my little sermon there. Let's say I want this page and I want my 2024 quarterly goals. So again, I'm going to press down the control key and hit that mouse button, my right mouse button, my left mouse button, and that will highlight that for me. My goal areas, I will take that to end of year review. Let's see. And I'll take those inspirational quotes. So did I get everything? Life Compass goals, quarterly goals, monthly, let's see, and monthly reflections. I already have that in my section, so I don't need that. Yeah, I think that's fine, okay? And then again, to get these forward, I'm going to right click. I'm going down here to copy, and it's going to ask me where. I can go down here to my 2025 planner, and I can go to my goals section, and I can say make a copy of those. And there they go. Now, when I click back over to 2025, you will see, again, that untitled page. So let's go ahead and delete that. That untitled page could be used for lots of things. You could create, like a table of contents or an index or a dashboard for your section if you wanted to, with links to other kinds of things. You could do all kinds of things with that. You could just decorate it very pretty. You could put, for your goals section, you could put, like a vision board or something like that on there. Lots and lots of things you could do with that. Okay. All right. So here is my Makse Life Compass. The one thing that I want to do is I'm going to change this to 2025. Okay. Because I want to make sure that it is for the right month. And I am also going to go up here and I am going to change the text to, I'm going to be using this navy color a lot this year. So I'm going to go with that navy color. And then again, just like the other one, I need to go in here and clean this up. So draw tool, eraser. And the way that I got all of this handwriting on there is I am somebody who uses my iPad for a lot of things, and especially my Makse Life Compass. I love being able to, take the iPad, use the Apple Pencil, and draw and write my answers on here. Curl up in the corner of the sofa with a little, cup of coffee or something and get started on what I'm doing. But you know what? I don't think I'm going to erase that. I'm going to leave that. You see here that I actually worked on this. I completed it on January 3rd of 2024 at 5 p.m. in the evening. And the one thing that I thought about was say yes to this mess. This is a process. I love seeing all these notes that I wrote. I love going back through old things, okay? All right, so here again, you just write down your answers to these questions. You give yourself a score. You divide that score by 8 because there are 8 different questions, and that's how you come up with, your score down here. So I had 68 for this one, divided by 8 gives me an 8.5. Okay, and you can see that I made notes about things that I wanted to do. I wanted to travel, and I wanted to do adventures, and I wanted to do local tourist days. And if you followed me last year, you know that I did a lot of that. We did a lot of traveling last year. Not far, we didn't go across the sea or anything. Just, get out and do things, experience things. Okay, entertain, garden, create, community. all of those kinds of things. Love, love, love this. It really helps you focus on what you are doing. All right. Okay, so you get the idea about what I'm doing here. I'm going to speed this up real quick. All right. Now you can see that I did leave a lot of the things that I wrote that I really, felt were motivational about, like, make your own happiness and celebrate joy every day. One of the things that I wanted to talk about too is things that I value. If you followed me for a while, lately I've been talking about the Franklin Planner, and that really is a value-based planning system. I also talk about GTD, where David Allen talks about things that are important to you and what your values are, and then planning your life around those things. Last year, I just went back and reviewed and made a list of things that I value. So I value, love and giving. I value people who tell the truth. I value kindness. I value style and grace. I love people who are compassionate, who show empathy. I love graciousness. I love caring. I love friendship. I value loyalty and happiness, positivity, honesty, and integrity. Okay. And so that's just a list of some things that, are important to me. I could add lots of other things like intelligence and, that kind of thing, but we'll leave it for now. Okay. All right, so I'm going to have to come back and fill out my compass. I just want to get these things in my notebook so they are ready to go. Okay, so now I've done my goals section, and let's jump over here and to my planning page, and let's see what's next. So over here on my planning page, I wanted to do like a home section. So I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to create a new section, and I'm going to call that home. And in my home section, I wanted my cleaning list. I wanted my when did I list, which I have to create or find an old one. And then my yearly home maintenance list. Now, I already moved my yearly home maintenance list to my year-long section. So I'm going to grab this yearly home maintenance list, and I'm going to drag and drop. So I'm going to drag that and put it in my home section. Okay. And so there you go. That is easy enough. Now I have one page in there. Let's go find those other things. So my cleaning list, my when did I? Let's see if I can find when did I. All right, so when I start typing in when did I, it comes up for 2023, 22, and 21, and 20. So last year really is the only year that I did not use that. I'm going to grab this 2023 one here. And you can see the blank one here. And I am going to make a copy of that. So again, I'm going to go down to Move or Copy. And I'm going to go to 2025. And I'm going to go to my Home section and make a copy of that. Okay? And my cleaning lists. So again, I'm loving the search feature of OneNote. You can see that I just type in the word cleaning. It comes up a detailed cleaning list. And that was from 2022. I have fall cleaning from 2023, information on gutter cleaning, 2024 cleaning zones. Let's see, Diane in Denmark cleaning, basement clean out list, yearly cleaning, deep cleaning checklist, on and on and on and on and on. Okay, so I want to find the one that I'm looking for. This one is actually a very detailed list from the Fly Lady. So that one is great because it really goes through every zone and everything that needs to be done in that particular zone. So, for example, your front porch detail cleaning. Sweep down the cobwebs and the spider webs, sweep the front porch furniture, sweep the porch, start up high, work down low. And I usually do left to right. Refill the bird feeders, wipe the tables down. It's very detailed. That's a good one. I can copy that one. So let's do that. So I'm going to right click, copy, 2025, home, and make a copy of that. Okay. All right, so another way that you can do things is if I jump over here to my dashboard, you know, if you have pages that you have already used, for example, this house list, okay, and this is a page that you want to take forward, here you can simply, copy it that way. You could copy the link if you wanted to, but I'm going to copy the whole page for right now, and I'm going to take that back to my home section right there. And I'm going to make a copy of that. I love this page because not only does it talk about, what you need to do cleaning wise in each zone, but there are also suggestions here from Diane in Denmark about things that you might want to declutter while you are going through and doing your cleaning. So for example, you may want to look in your coat closet, while you're doing your entryway. Are there any shoes, coats, gloves, seasonal items that you could get rid of? Extra shopping bags that you don't need that maybe need to be moved somewhere else or thrown away or put in the wash or, whatever. And then it goes through all of those kinds of things. I added myself a list of things that I want to restock in those areas. So, as I'm going through my dining room, do I need to check the light bulbs in the chandelier? Do I need to reset the timers because I have lights that come on automatically? And as the time changes, I want to reset those. Any seasonal plants that I might have that I want to change, or seasonal decor. And then in the fall and winter, I have candles in the window and I put new batteries in those. And then there's also projects that might need to be done in those particular areas. So I have a tendency to need to paint my windowsills every couple of years because I do have cats who like to sit in the windowsills, and they get scratched up from the cats sitting in there. So new seat cushions for the porch chairs, porch rugs, that kind of thing. So I just kind of keep track of all of that kind of stuff on this one page, and it's really, really helpful for me. Okay. All right. So let's go back to 2025. And you can see here we have year-long goals and home. Again, I'm going to make home blue just like the others because I want to keep those a little bit separate. Okay. All right. And then if I look back over here at my planning list, the next thing that I had was projects. And in my project section, I wanted my projects master list, my project template, my links to my quilt notebook that I use. Okay. All right. So let's go up here and make projects. There we go. And let's go to 2025 and grab some of the things. Sorry, let's go to 2024 and grab some of the things that we need from our project section. Okay. All right. So here is my project index. These are things that I was working on in 2024, and then I moved them down when they were completed in 2024. Some of the things that are on here were completed in 2023, which is fine. And I just like to, keep that perpetual list because for me personally, life goes on. It doesn't stop at the end of December and you close that book and put it on the shelf. Life goes on. These projects that I'm working on, they cross over from one year to the next. And so I just kind of like to keep this perpetual list going, of things that, that I've worked on. So I don't mind if there's old information on here. In fact, sometimes it makes me feel like I've accomplished a lot when I go back and look at all of the things that I've been able to do. Okay. I don't have any abandoned projects yet. I just keep moving them to my someday maybe list. All right. Okay. Let's see. And I usually highlight the things that I am working on in yellow, so that kind of and move it up to the top. So that kind of gets, catches my attention when I look at my projects. Okay. All right. So I want to take this one. So I'm going to highlight that one. And let's see, I think I want my projects master because I need that. That is a page that just helps me, with the structure of organizing when I do a particular type of projects. Like I can show you this one for This was one that I did for recovering the deck chairs that I have. So you see here, I was able to fill out the project sheet. I had expenses here. I had notes. I had contact information. You can see a diagram where I did my measurements for what I would need for the chair. I have videos on actually how to do the work. I have the receipt from, the project being completed and all of that kind of stuff. So I think that the project master list, which when you look at it kind of looks just like this with some blank space, but you can see then how I can fill it in to be what I need it to be for the deck chairs. Okay, so I will take my project index, I'll take my project master, and what else did I want to do? Links to my quilt notebook. So let's see, retirement checklist. You know what? I probably should take those two things as well, because we're still in that process. And greenhouse move, I don't need to do that. I think it's going to be in its permanent home for a while. Homecoming, that's something for church. I don't need that. A lot of stuff about the Blue Ridge trip. Life management, I don't need that. All right, so I don't think I need any of these other things. So I'm just going to do those 4. And I'm going to say copy or move, and I'm going to put them in my 2025 projects list, make a copy of those, and off they go. And then when I go back and check 2025, there are my pages. Okay, again, there's that untitled page. I can delete that. And that puts the project's index right at the top. My master is right there. The links to my quilt notebook. Actually, if I look right here, this Ode to the National Parks, this is a quilt that I'm currently working on, and this happens to be stored in my quilting notebook. Okay, so I have all of the different patterns and stuff there that I am working on, and so I do have that link as well. Okay, all right, great. So that's projects. We're moving forward quickly. All right, what's next? Let's look at my planning sheet. What's next? What is my next thing that I want? My months. Okay. Let's see. How am I going to do my months? Well, in 2024, I had a master month list. See, basic month right here. And I like that. That's what I want to do again. And I did that because I sometimes, like most planners, will change up what I'm doing partway through the year. So at the beginning of the year, I might have been using a weekly format that was designed in one way, and then or daily format that was designed in a particular way. And then as I move through the year, I decide that I want to change and do new things. So like, for example, the month of November and December, I decided I wanted to go back and try using the Franklin Planner again. So I designed those pages, and I have used those and loved those. Okay. So I think instead of doing this basic month that I created way back in the beginning of the year last year, I think I want to copy my December as my basic month this year. All right, let me show you how I'm going to do that. If I click on my December section from 2024, this is the current section that I'm in. There are lots of extra pages down here at the bottom. Okay, you see things about a trip that I took to Wilmington, which I want to have a video about that soon because it was great. We had fun and it was a great little town to visit. So I want to do that. I also have some of my holiday things in here. So you see my wish list and my decorating things and my baking plan and all of that kind of stuff. Some of those things are going to be moved from December back out into my holiday planner. But I think the rest of this stuff up here is going to be valuable. Okay. All of these are my dailies here. So example, I can show you one of the dailies from while I was on vacation because there's nothing on it because I didn't record my information here on this particular page. I didn't want it to feel like work. So I did it in my journal instead. And actually on this week, I just said, just have fun, celebrate with my family and have fun. That lets me know that, all of that information is stored somewhere else. Okay. So I liked this, the Franklin Planner pages that I created, and I want to use those for my dailies, coming up in January. I like the weeks layout that I have here. I can just clean that up and change it so it's not so Christmassy looking. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to take this whole section and I am going to move or copy this whole section. Okay, so click on the section, right click, move or copy, and it's going to come up and say, where do you want to put it? I'm going to say just in my 2025 planner, and I'm going to say make a copy. Okay, now this may take a few seconds because you saw all the pages that were in that December planner section, so stay with me. And it's done. All right, so now when I go to my 2025 planner and I look at it, you see here right after projects that we just created, I now have a section that's called December. And here are all the pages that I just showed you for December. Okay, so now do I want a complete duplicate copy of the month that I just did? No. I need to go in and clean this whole section up and get everything ready. But what I wanted to show you is when you copy whole sections like that, it moves all of the, wait, it doesn't move. When you copy whole sections like that, as it copies the section, it also copies the links to the new pages in the new section. What I mean by that is, if I go here, you see that this tab is sticking up. It tells me that I am in my December section. So if I jumped over here to projects, you see projects would jump up a little bit and December would jump down, okay? If I go back here to December and I click on one of my daily pages, it is not going to take me to 2024's December. It is going to take me to, still in my December section, my December 21st page that I have here, okay? Let me scroll out so you can see the whole page, okay? So if I go to the 27th, okay? Which again was one of my travel days. You see there, it is still in that December section. Okay, so I think that is fabulous. I do not have to recreate all of these page links every single time. I only ever had to do them once, and every time I copy that section, they now work for the current section. Okay, all right, so the same thing works for these links that I have up here at the top. If I want to go back and look at week 5, you see it brings me to week 5 in my December section. Okay, now I know I need to go through and clean all these pages up. I'm going to do that off screen. You don't have to watch me go through and do all of that. When I just had my basic month section set up, that's when those pages were already blank, so I didn't have to clean them up. Okay, so there's going to be another video coming up where I show you how I've gone through and clean up all of this stuff in December and get that basic month back down to where it needs to be. But I do not have to recreate all of those links again, okay? I did that once. There's a video linked down below. You can check that out if you want to, okay? All right, so I'm just happy with how these sections are setting up today. All right, let's quickly go and look at what else we wanted to do over here. Research and notes. That is a very simple lined notes page, personal development notes template. That's a very simple one to do. So let's go ahead and click there, and we're going to call that research. Okay, research notes, and we'll do that. And we'll go over and we will get our page template. Actually, let me do this. Research. You see all the other research note sections that I have. I have stuff on student. Oh, I want personal. It's personal development, not research. So personal development notes. Okay, so here's my personal development notes page. Okay, so I'm going to make a copy of that, copy or move, and I'm going to take that back to 2025 research notes, make a copy of that. All right, and also I wanted to show you here how to add a template to a section. So for example, let's say I say insert page templates, okay? And I have a lined notes page, okay? So here's my lined note page, and this is a great page that, I've set up. It's got a title. It, puts the title at the top of the page, and it looks kind of cool. And the font I've chosen and everything works for the lines that are on this page, okay? Okay, so I like this page. I like it a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here and look at page templates, okay, and my templates, and it is called notes lined, okay? So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to go down here at the bottom, and it says always use a specific template. Pick a template that you want to use for all new pages in this current section. So let's say that I wanted to set this up with just a, notes paper like this. I could go here and I could pick, okay, so here I have notes lined, and what I can say is to use that every time I create a new page, I'm going to use that one template, okay? All right. And then when I close my templates, and you see now, if I click add a page, so right now I have my blank unlined page, my blank unlined page, my personal development notes. I have this blank notes page. I have a second blank notes page, and every time I create a page in this section, it will come up and give me this same notes page, okay? And I think that's great. It's a great way to have like just extra sheets of paper in a section. I could also change that template to choose this personal development notes template that I use, or a lesson plan note that I've created, or a travel planner page that I've created. Whatever page I want to be as the default for that section, I can do that. Okay, I think that's really, really cool. All right. So let's go back over here to my planning page, and let's see what else we need to come up with. My GTD stuff, I am going to create a section for that, and my page templates, I'm going to create a section for that as well with, my favorite layouts and stuff. But this video is getting a little too long for me. So I am going to stop right here and say to you, this is looking very functional for me. I already have my year-long stuff set up for year-long planning. I have a section to start working on my goals, and getting my home organized and working on those projects. This monthly section will be my next video because I want to get that cleaned up and ready to go for January, okay? All right, well, I've talked about a lot of things today. I taught you how to create a brand new notebook. I taught you how to add sections to that notebook. I taught you how to create or copy pages from other notebooks or other online pages that you had that you wanted to use in your notebook, and how to bring those forward, how to migrate those forward, how to copy them from one notebook to another. I showed you the copy feature. I showed you the drag and drop feature as well. I showed you how to copy entire sections from one notebook to the other, like we did with our December section. So I know it was a lot of information in this video, and I covered it pretty quickly. Remember, if you want more details about how I did each one of these things, each one of these sections, my 2024 playlist breaks it down into baby steps so that you can follow along and do it exactly with me, okay? And I will leave that linked down below and up above if you want to check it out, okay? All right, well, that was a lot of work. I'm excited about creating a new notebook and getting all of those pages worked out and having everything look the way that I want it to look. I'm going to go choose a different background, I think, for my background page here. The green is nice, but I think I'm going to use blue this year, so I want to go and work on that as well. So over the next couple videos, you'll see me doing some tweaking and changing to my notebook, but got to get started somewhere, right? Also, I wanted to take this time to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for all of your wonderful comments that you leave me. Not only comments that I get here on YouTube, which is great, but I also get comments on Facebook and Instagram. I get people asking me questions, sending me emails, and you guys are so wonderful. You just really make my day when you tell me how what I am doing here on these videos is really helping you in your everyday life. And as a teacher, that is always my goal, is to take the information that I know and to provide it to students, whether you're 9 or 99, to enrich your life and to make your life better. So that makes me very happy. I'm glad that I am able to be here and share the information that I know with you. And I'm just so grateful for you guys. So keep hitting that like button for me. Keep leaving me comments. I just look forward to what 2025 is going to bring to our lives. Okay? All right. Well, until then, here's hoping that you can live a more simplified and organized life through better planning. I still use OneNote. All right, guys, until next time. Okay, bye.